Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am Cheryl, also known as SIGCruiser, and I am still in the midst of Vlogtober, giving you 31 days of solo cruise tips. And today I'm under my category of Projet. And today's topic is about finding solitude on Carnival. Now, as you will hear all the time, Carnival's the party ship, the booty shaking ship, the wild and crazy ones. It's so loud and noisy. I'm not into that. I'm too old. Those days are over for me. I can't get with all of those young, wild people. I need serenity. I need peace. Well, you can actually find peace and solitude on Carnival. Now, the thing is, okay, I know you see these gray hairs here, so yeah, I'm not old, but I'm not a spring chicken either. I just love the energy of the ship. I primarily focused on Carnival when I first started solo cruising on Carnival, and that was when I had just become gluten intolerant. And I just love the offerings that Carnival offers in their gluten-free options. And at the same time, I looked at other vlogs of other cruisers on different ships who were gluten intolerant or celiac, and it just wasn't pretty. But now things are changing, so I may have to just test the waters. But in the meantime, I love what Carnival offers. I love the energy, and I love having that option, but I'm mainly one for solitude. I'm not a clubbing person. I'm not a party person. I do some of the sailaways, and on occasion, I might go out to the mega deck party and sit down and just watch everybody else, but that's about it for me for partying. But I love the solitude. And on every class of ship that I've been on, I've been able to find little pockets of peace, little pockets of solitude, and surprisingly, is not always the Serenity Deck. So if you watch my vlogs, you will see that I love booking the forward cabins. And one of my favorite cabins is the 4J cabin, which is in the interior category, but it has a window. And there's a little walkway in front of that window. That's at the very front of the ship. That walkway is what they call the secret deck. Now, it's not really a secret, but hardly anybody goes there. So it's a great place to get away from the crowd. Now, you're not going to have a view if you're sitting down, but they do have a couple of benches there where you can just sit and relax and enjoy the peace and quiet. And you can get up and just walk around the front area just to get a view of the ocean. You may see one or two people out there, but it's never been a crowd out there, and it's so peaceful you can't hear anything going on the Lido deck. Another spot that I love is on the fantasy class. On the side decks of multiple decks, they have areas where you can just stroll back and forth. And again, hardly anybody goes out there because everybody's right there in the pool area of the Lido deck. So again, those are spaces where I go to get away from the crowd. Again, they have benches there where you can sit and just relax for a moment, and you have great views on those side decks. So those are places that you can get away from the crowd just for a little bit of solitude. And then on the Conquest class, oh my goodness, one of my favorites is outside of deck 3 on either side. Here's where I go to get solitude and to watch the sunsets. Now, on one side, there can be like a smoking area, but even that, I hardly ever see smokers out there. Maybe a couple every now and then, but hardly a lot. Now, I will say it does get crowded around dinner time because it's right outside of one of the main dining rooms. So people tend to wait there or come out there when they're waiting for their table. But outside of that, that's the only time it really gets crowded. And then on the other ships, there are always places that you can go. You just have to walk around the ship and just look for these spots. But people tend to bunch up in the areas where there's a lot of other people, where there's a lot of activity, and where there's a pool. So if you want peace and serenity, yes, you can go to the Serenity Deck, but there are also little pockets around the ship that no one knows about, and it's always quiet, even on Carnival. All right, so that's my tip for today. I hope you found it helpful, and that's it for me today. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.